I'm Vella and my mother, Bea Martin, and myself started Integrity College of Health. It is a vocational nursing program here in Pasadena. I am also a health and fitness coach, where especially concentrating on Black women, where we are helping to help women to exercise and to know how they're eating, why they're eating, and to control their weight and their lives. Pasadena, California. Pasadena girl. I went to Jefferson and then over to Burbank, then to Longfellow, Elliott, and then John Muir High School. Phenomenal. Pasadena is phenomenal, especially with the having it so integrated and moving to other cities and seeing the difference. Yeah, Pasadena is great. After high school, I did a few things, real estate, went in and out of school, not really knowing what I was going to do until about the age of 31, and I decided to become a registered nurse. Me and my mom were both instructors for LA Valley College in Van Nuys, which is a great junior college. They had a very good nursing program. And my mother especially is a nurse entrepreneur. And especially if you tell her that she can't do something or she doesn't like the way you're treating people, she's gonna do it herself. So that was one of the things where she really didn't like the way things were being done, so we decided we'll do it ourselves. So we opened our own nursing college. And when you start it, you don't know if somebody is going to actually come to your college, and actually they're going to pay you money. But we both knew what we were doing. We both had a love for nursing, and to be able to build a strong foundation. This was built by nurses, and to be able to teach people how to be compassionate and caring, and to make it about the other person and not about yourself. So those were things that we wanted to make sure that we had a foundation for people that were becoming nurses, and to be able to share that. And it ended up being one of the best decisions that we made. The program is 13 and a half months, and to get into the program, all you need is a high school diploma or GED, and you take a small entrance exam. Once you take this entrance exam and you pass it, then we teach you the rest. For 13 and a half months, you learn your anatomy, physiology, you learn all the basics for nursing, you learn how to do the skills, you go and you take care of patients, and for those 13 and a half months, you have the basics to be able to go and then be able to take the national exam, the state licensing exam for your vocational nursing license. And a vocational nurse, or a licensed vocational nurse, is a great entry into nursing. They are usually supervised by a registered nurse, which is the next step, and it takes about another year to get that. And there are so many opportunities in nursing, so many opportunities. So it's definitely a great entry, and many people spend their whole careers as a licensed vocational nurse. That was always a plan, especially from the inception, that's what we wanted to do, especially because we're both registered nurses. Business-wise, there are some challenges with that. It's a much bigger project with much more time and expense. So it's always a plan, but right now it sure is enough to be able to train people to be safe, great vocational nurses. I had some very humbling experiences, being as I grew up always with a weight problem, bounced back and forth. And then I learned how to get control of it with some exercise and learning how to eat. And that was a lot based because my mother made changes when I was in high school, and I learned those changes, so that helped me. But when I hit my mid-40s, which now learning in middle age, when middle age comes, sometimes your body changes, you have stress, a whole lot of stressors that nobody prepares you for, these stressors on kids and divorce and houses or mortgages or rent or all these things you have responsibilities for. And being able to have a career, being happy with yourself, especially being happy with yourself. And I hit that patch where I had a very, very hard time. I gained almost 100 pounds. My blood pressures were sky high. I was very depressed, had anxiety disorder. My blood sugars were very high. I was admitted into the hospital a couple times for my blood pressure. I thought I was gonna die. And this was about 5 years ago. And it humbled me so much to see what happens and how you feel like you're gonna die when you feel these symptoms of having chest pain or waking up gasping for breath, or my knees were hurting, my back was hurting, walking up the stairs I was getting short of breath. I was miserable. And so most of my career as a registered nurse, I was a registered nurse in the emergency room. And in the emergency room, I saw that every day, all day, the same thing that I was going through, and now I was going through it. So then I thought, this is how we're all going down this path. And I see the path where it's going, and it doesn't end well if you keep on going down this path. I prayed for help. And with that, I was able to get help for somebody to take me by the hand and then be able to help me to make some changes in my life. And I took it serious enough to where I was just able to change some things, change my stress level, change my eating, do some exercise, and then the person actually did exercise with me. And it just started to go the opposite way. The weight started coming off, I started feeling so much more happy, and then I felt like I had control over it. I felt like I had power over it. Then I had the knowledge. And then I found out that there is no way I cannot share this with any other person. I have to be able to share it, especially with Black people, that this is when, if we don't stop it and take control of it, then this is the path that we go to where we're dying way too early. I felt it and I was so humbled by it. So from this day on, I must be able to put out that helping hand and help somebody else get out of the same situation that I was in, because it really is actually that easy. So anybody going through that type of feeling to where they're starting to have the medical problems, they're tired, they're depressed, they can't really get anything done, and especially if they don't think that they can do it, you cannot use age as an excuse. Trust me, I tried. Age is not an excuse. All it is baby steps, one foot in front of the other, and then the knowledge of knowing what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. And it doesn't mean that you have to take out everything or go on some diet eating like a bird or anything like that. No, it is just making some changes and knowing why you're doing it. And you can't do that on your own. So that's the reason why I must be able to spread the word. I'm just a messenger. I must be able to spread the word to make sure everybody that needs it and wants it. If you don't want it, that's fine. Anybody who needs it and wants it, it's going to be available. The ultimate plan is to be able to have a place where people can go that's not a gym, because nobody wants to go to no gym. That's not a gym. When we're saying even exercise, I'm just talking about just walking around the block a few times. That's as much exercise as people need to have. So my plan, which now the plan that has been started already, is to take people by the hand, which I'm doing, being able to go to their home, be able to teach about what they're eating and how they're eating, to sit down and show what a carbohydrate is and when you're eating it, where does it go on your body, what protein you're eating to build up your body and what you need to be healthy. And it's not some health nut thing, it's just basic stuff that we just need to know. And to be able to go to their home and then go outside and walk around the block a few times. And all I'm saying is it's just for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of just walking or dancing and turning on the music and dancing. You work up a sweat just for a few minutes. Look, I'm already starting to do just for a few minutes. And that's all it takes. It's not hitting the gym for hours or anything and somebody looking at, oh no, I could never do that. That's not what it is. Health is being able to just get some activity and get moving. That's the way the Lord made us. So right now, that's what I'm doing, is being able to provide the education so people can make their own decisions, how you read the label on something, on a food label, because Lord knows that's really complicated looking. Be able to know what you're eating, be able to have somebody take you by the hand and help you prepare the food, help you have the food with you all day when you have a busy lifestyle, and then to also do the exercise. So that's what we've been doing, and it works well. And let me see, the best thing about it is when somebody learns it and they go, oh my gosh, the lights go on. When they learn it, then they do it for their kid or they do it for their parent, and they spread it and they spread it and they spread it. That's the most important thing, is to be able for all of us to learn it and spread it, especially with Black people, because we need to know it. We need to know it. And it would be great if I could spread it around the world. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to make sure that Black people have this information and then we're saving ourselves, because we have a lot of the deadliest disease processes. We get them earlier and we die from them faster. We lose our limbs, we lose our eyesight, we lose our kidneys, we have heart attacks and strokes. The hospitals are filled with these problems, and we just have to stop it. We just have to stop it. So that's the plan. It would be great to have the centers where everybody could come and support each other, but right now it's being able to support each other in an environment. We have groups of women that are helping each other. We come and mix and match food that we prepare in a healthier way, and then to learn how to prepare it really quickly instead of buying a lot of fast food. The fast food is, unfortunately, that's pretty deadly. So I'm not saying don't eat it. I'm just saying you'll know what decisions to make. So yeah, that's a purpose. That is a huge purpose, and it's actually not. It's something that once we get the information, because we're strong, smart people, once we get the information, then we just spread it. We just spread it. And it works so well.